I try not to think too much about the pressure. When I'm there, it's just going to be myself and my snowboard and the run that I do.
When I don't do the things that I know that I can do right, I'm really hard with myself.
When I have a bad game, I feel like a world is watching down on me and, you know, pointing fingers at me because I had a bad game.
就是年轻一辈吧，就是而且你现在也能看到，就是他俩现在的成绩在我之上。
I'm always afraid of letting my coaches down and of letting my teammates down.
很重要，就说明我比赛的经验比较开始丰富了。
It's not like I'm afraid to underperform, but it's more the pressure that you feel like you're doing it for someone else. You know, you have to do it for yourself.
Als je ermee begint, dan is alles leuk. Weet je, dus vanaf mijn 16 tot 19 was echt heel leuk. Maar toen eenmaal als je senior wordt en dan zeg maar professioneel bent, dan verwachten ze in één keer heel veel van je. En dan wordt het wel wat of het is nog steeds leuk, maar dan heb je wel een bepaalde druk, zeg maar. Ze hebben bepaalde verwachtingen van je en dan begint te realiseren, oké, dit is het professionele leven een beetje. Toen begon ik te winnen. En zeg maar, de weg naartoe is leuker dan winnen, weet je. Het is heel vet als je zeg maar weet van, oh, daar kan ik heen. En dan eenmaal als je het 1 keertje aantikt, dan weet je, nu moet ik vaker winnen. Nu verwachten mensen iets van je.
I'm definitely more like an evening person. It really takes a while for me to wake up. So usually when I arrive at the training, I'm still like super tired. And like during the training, I tend to wake up. So yeah, I'm more like of an evening person. Usually after like 9 o'clock, I'm the most alive. So it's not so good. When I'm eating, I'm just like thinking about I don't know, stuff I dreamed, or just looking at videos on my phone or my computer. But when we have like a tough training, I usually think about the training, yeah. Or competitions, yeah, I'm quite thinking a lot about skating, yeah. And then I'm like, yeah. Sometimes thinking like, oh, why did I choose this sport? We are going to train a certain zone by skating laps, certain laps, so a bit faster than usual. So we hit like the higher heart rate zone, that kind of training. So it's not like an easy training. It's not like a very hard training too, but yeah, I will feel it in my legs and in my lungs. So you'll see.
He's really dangerous. He is already dangerous because he's the world champion on 1,000 meters. But there is room for improvement over there.
Skating is actually a pretty beautiful sport. To go fast on ice, you have to hit all the marks like right. That's what's kind of enjoyable for me, because I like the working process towards like success.
And his final time, 1:08.05, fastest time.
My timing on the ice is pretty nice. I think it looks natural. I got some great things what other skaters just don't have. That's why I can skate fast even though I'm physically less strong than the other guys. When you know like, oh yeah, I'm going super fast, like faster than usual, that feeling is super nice, especially, you know, when you hit like 61, 62 kilometers an hour. If you have like a really good corner and it feels great and it's like super exciting, but if you go into the corner, like not how you should go into the corner, then it's like scary as hell. I think the most mistakes will be made in the corner. And that's also the moment you could lose the most speed. It's hard to imagine like what we feel, but we feel so much pressure on our legs. But at the same time, it's very nice to have control at such a high speed. I think people never imagine like how fast we actually go. Usually most people watch skating on television, and television everything looks a bit slower, but when you stand like next to the corner or next to the ice rink, you hear the ice cracking and you actually feel the wind like passing by, and then you actually realize like, whoa, that's like crazy that like a human can do that on like a piece of metal.
Maar ik rij wel echt te vlak voor zo'n soort werk hoor. Het is stel, ja, je wilt zeg maar echt drukken, maar dat moment creëer je niet echt met 30's, 31's.
I don't want to underperform, but yeah, there's also this tiny bit of like doubt that you will suck on the moment, and that part, yeah, it's also not so nice. I've dealt with pressure so much. It's definitely a love-hate relationship, yeah.
同样的压力，因为我从小就学会了，压力不是从别人身上来的，而是我放在自己身上。最大的比赛，所有人都会有压力，所有人都会害怕，所以我觉得，其实从这方面来说，就是不可能100%准备好。这个压力，因为更是想把我自己做到最好，而不是因为比赛特别大。但是我也了解，就是奥运会也肯定有更大的压力。今天压力特别大，因为我第一次发生失误，所以我就觉得我第2次和第3次必须落，才能有领奖台的机会。所以我就是把我最好的动作都做出来了，然后都做得干净利落，所以非常高兴能拿这个奖牌。
Pressure is different for every skater. It's hard to imagine for someone who's not an athlete what an athlete life is. I'm considered one of the best, and I know it. But yeah, at the same time, you know, there's some pressure that it brings.
have to see like what my lower zones did. High wasn't that good. Yeah, this one was not so good.
I'm lacking a lot actually, physically, so it's good for me that I get confronted by it every single day. So, you know, I get more motivation out of it. So, I see it as something positive, but yeah, it's kind of frustrating at the same time too.
Kite likes this type of training because he's very competitive. He's competitive on the ice, and then you're competitive with weights. So you pick someone who's close to you maybe only that day, but I think he picks the best in weights that day and see if he can beat him. And that's what he does. And so he makes every training a competition.
He shoots the puck. It's now going to end up here 5-on-5. All right, it'll play out 5-on-5 for a sec. All right, we got it. All right, let's go. Everybody down there.
Every day I put pressure on myself a lot. When I have a bad game, I feel like a world is watching down on me and, you know, pointing fingers at me because I had a bad game. Sometimes when I have like 2-3 bad games, that's when the coaches start putting pressure on you and teammates and everything. That's an everyday thing, I'd say, pressure. Because we're, first of all, such a good team, and they're expecting you to be good. Teammates watching, you know, GM watching, coaches watching, they're waiting for you to perform, and, you know, you can't mess up.
Pressure, when you get to the highest levels, especially pro sports, it's everywhere. You can feel it in the stands, you can feel it on the bench, but how can you handle that? And can you turn it into white noise? And I think the great ones do that.
Fans are very passionate, and they let you know that you suck. Yeah, it's a normal thing, and obviously it's a part of pressure. Sometimes they think it's easy, and, you know, they make a lot of money and like they gotta perform, but it's not like I'm not trying to win. I'm not trying to be the best I can be. I have high expectations for me, and it's not like I don't expect the best out of myself. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't be here. That's how you perform better, because you feel that pressure and you know you have to be good. Sometimes something unfortunate might happen, but it shouldn't get under your skin. You have to keep going, work through it, and get better. When I lose, I try to get inside, like deep, to understand why and what should I do better.
Sergei's really learned to block out, you know, the outside noise and really just concentrate on his game. And when you can do that, you're going to be okay.
You can't just go in the game and be like, we might win, we might not. Like, that's when you're going to be exposed and you're going to lose. You always have to be confident. Like, I mean, myself, if I'm not confident, I suck. So I have to be like, yeah, we're gonna win. I'm gonna be the best. You know, that's a focus. That's a laser focus that you need. You can't just go for a bronze medal. It's not how it works. So I go there with the expectation to be the best I can be, and I expect my teammates to be the best.
This is, from what I can remember, like the first lake I did skating. at the age of like around 4 or 5, something like that. It wasn't like the first skate I did as a child, but like really skating. So yeah, that's where I started. Yeah, like it was like a careless living style. I think like I had a good like upbringing. No stress, like no competition yet. Like speed skating all started with a lot of fun, and I love doing it. I still love doing it. But back then it was super playful, and yeah, it was a good time. Yeah. This is where I grew up till my 8th year. It's my dad's company. He sold it recently though, but he was like specialized in restoration for windmills, or like building windmills or restoration of houses. So yeah, I was really proud of it. Typical Dutch. I really like it here. It was the most fun place as a kid for me, because there's a lot of space. Like I could open these doors and also do like inline outside, or also there. And there are like a lot of obstacles here. So I like to go around of the obstacles, and if I wanted something to be made, my granddad or like my dad would go here and would make something from wood and stuff. So I guess you can see they follow my success and stuff. I see still like people working from when I was like a baby, and yeah, they saw me growing up actually. So it's really like a family company. It's small, but like, yeah, I know. It's very nostalgic to come back here every single time. Yeah, it's broken, like, has to get fixed. I miss more like the simple stuff, I guess. It's more like, I tend to enjoy stuff like this. I don't like cleaning, but, I don't know, like, doing stuff when you don't have to do it, that's yeah, I don't know. That's what I enjoy. I don't know. Because, yeah, I shouldn't work here on Saturday, but, like, yeah, when I'm bored, I just help my brothers out. So, yeah, I like the simple stuff like this. Yeah, sometimes.
Hey, pa.
Kom aan boord, zou ik zeggen.
Okay. We kunnen niet invallen. Oh.
Ik denk dat hij met een VWO-diploma ook een baan kan vinden straks. En, ik denk dat dat niet handig is. Ik denk dat hij gewoon, toch gewoon een studie moet doen. En, doe iets, dan doe je een studie die je makkelijk in blokken kan doen, bijvoorbeeld een makelaarscursus. En, nou, dan heb je wat, heb je een diplomaatje, kan je in ieder geval makelaar worden.
Hij heeft zeker wel ergens gelijk, denk ik. Maar tegelijkertijd, ja, weet je. Ik moet er ook niet elke dag mee bezig zijn, toch? Een beetje richten op het sporten.
Moet je mee bezig zijn.
Nee, joh.
Ik heb Kai uitgelegd. Mijn vader die heeft dat ooit uitgelegd. Die zei op een gegeven moment... mijn vader was aannemer en die had aan tafel had hij een duimstok. Dus dat is zo'n lat die je uit kan vouwen van 1 meter. Die hield hij hem zo, op het eind hield hij hem vast. Hij zegt, dit is het leven. Dat gaat ongeveer tot 90 centimeter. En ik was denk 25, dus hij zei, jij bent nou hier. En ik zit, hij was iets hier, denk ik 56 of zo. Hij zegt, zo, ik heb dit stukje nog. En dan moet je zien wat jij nog hebt. En dat heb ik bij Kai ook een keer gedaan. Ik zeg, dan hou ik die stok vast. Ik zeg, nou ben jij 26. En nou, dat schaatsen gaat door. Misschien 32 als je mazzel hebt, 33, 34. Ik zeg, moet je kijken van 34. Hoe eind dat nog is, naar 90. Ik zeg, ja, dan moet je toch een baan in hebben. Dan moet je werk en inkomen.
Ja, tuurlijk, maar...
Daar moet je opleiding voor hebben.
Ja, maar ja, het is toch wel, ja... Ergens snap ik het wel. Maar tegelijkertijd, ik doe het toch niet verkeerd, toch?
Maar dat kan je. Ben je klaar voor het nieuwe seizoen?
Ik ben nooit klaar.
Maar? Nog niet?
Ik weet niet, pap.
Zeg je?
Ik weet niet.
Wat weet je niet?
Gewoon, het seizoen. We moeten het allemaal zien.
Nou, je weet toch een beetje hoe je ervoor staat, of niet?
Nou, fysiek niet verkeerd, maar...
Hè?
Fysiek niet verkeerd.
Fysiek niet verkeerd?
Nee. Maar ja, moet je het allemaal maar net op het ijs kunnen. Dat is ook een ding.
然后给我们就是这个任务啊，就是拿到奥运会资格啊，这个任务。然后竞争非常激烈，就可能说你拿着了就可以参加。李启安、范海滨，这俩都也是我们队的，就是年轻一辈吧，特别有潜力的，就是而且你现在也能看到，就是他俩现在的成绩在我之上。反应能力稍微慢那么很多，就每次到我的起跳点的位置，我可能都会犹豫，眼睛接收完之后，身体动不了。就以前我可能训练的时候特别紧绷，我之前受伤就是因为训练过于紧绷，特别低谷吧，就是整天都是特别忧郁，心情不是特别好。然后但是后来也好了，后来就想开了，我现在又回来了，觉得努力就行了，因为我们只有一跳，所以说跳台稳定很重要。然后我就是特别第二跳，就只有那一跳就可以决定你接下来越野的名次，你越野的出发名次。就有明显的，就是可以看到我这方面的弱项在往上升，肯定还会练下去，因为我喜欢这个运动吧，喜欢这项运动。
We usually go to Insel because it's like a faster ice rink. It's kind of like also a bit of a tradition. A lot of Dutch teams go here. I'm getting more homesick every year because I've been traveling a lot. And usually people think like, oh, you can go to China and Japan, you can go to America, Canada, like Italy, whatever. They think, oh, that must be great. But at the same time, we're just like staying at the hotel because we have to prepare our body for the competition. So we take rest as much as possible. I've been traveling like this for like 10, 11 years now. I'm usually like more than half of the time like not home. So yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. I still enjoy it, but at the same time, sometimes I like at the hotel, I'm like, oh man, I really want to sleep in my own apartment, or I want to see my family or whatever, yeah. I miss the most, I think, the freedom to do like what you want to do. I think that's the main reason, and the internet. I miss the internet because most of the hotels we go to, the internet is really bad. But at the same time, you know, you're surrounded by your colleagues, and I got a really nice and fun team. So, you know, when I get bored, I just go to them. So, yeah, I think I'm more focused when I'm away. Yeah. This race is mainly just to see and check like where you're at, but also as a training, just to trigger your body. To say like to your body, oh yeah, this is how competition feels. Of course, you need like a lot of competition to get at your peak form. So yeah, it's a good way. It's a good training. Yeah.
At the moment, I'm not so nervous, but at the same time, like probably like 1.5 hours before the race, the nerves will start kicking in. So. The pair before me, there was like one guy who was a bit slow to the start, so the starter didn't wait for him. So he just went for it. So only my teammates started. The other guy was like, yeah, like whoa, what's going on and stuff. So it was a bit strange. That doesn't happen. It's actually the first time it happened to me. So it was really weird. And then after that, we had to go to the start really fast, really quickly. But yeah, it just didn't go that good.
Wat je aan het doen? Langlopen?
Ja, ik probeer mijn kachel omhoog te leven.
Hij staat gewoon, nee, dat kan hem niet, hij staat recht overeind. Je gaat alles gedaan. Heel langzaam beweeg je.
Ja, maar ik graaf ook echt helemaal in, man. Ik weet niet wat het is, maar...
Alles gaat naar achter.
Ja, ik ga even iets doen hoor, eraan, maar...
Alles vooruit. Ik bewoog heel langzaam. Er zat weinig agressie in. Normaal dan spat het. En nou zag geen agressie.
Wel een beetje vaar, maar tegelijkertijd voelde zo machteloos. Je kwam gewoon niet meer. Ik was ook niet snappy van weg bij de start. Ik moet ook zeggen dat ik wel een beetje afgeleid was aan het begin ook. Dus focus gone. Maar ik ben er wel gegaan. En dan merk ik gewoon van... Ik heb niet dit, maar zo. Maar ik heb gewoon...
Alles weer naar achter.
Ja, ik kwam gewoon niet lekker in. Moet ik zeggen, de afgelopen dagen ook al een beetje... Ik had al gezegd dat ik niet heel geweldig rondreed. Dus ik ga even een paar aanpassingjes doen. En dan ga ik even kijken hoe het morgen mee voelt. En misschien iets mee beter raak. Want ik raak ze niet, want ik zit... Nee, ik maak de hoeken niet. Ik maak de hoek ook niet met het ijs. Dus dan is er wel iets mis. Technisch gezien. Dus, maar ja, goed, fysiek gezien zoals je ziet... op zich... Niet verkeerd, dat was het enige positief wat ik eruit kan halen. De splits waren op zich wel prima, 1,3 seconden verval, dus ja. The last few weeks on the ice, it didn't feel good, it didn't feel right. So I was like, kind of like, I would say, searching for a certain feeling which I couldn't find. And so it was actually really good to race today to check if I got that feeling on like high speed as well, and yeah, I got still like that feeling. So yeah, now I got like some material to work on. So it wasn't like the best race. It was, yeah, exactly far from a best race. So, but at the same time, what actually makes you better, I think, is like losing a bit more because you stay more focused. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I really don't like losing.
Before my first international competition, this person told me that it could probably be my first and only international competition. This was really shocking for me. It was my first year in senior. My program content was not the best or not the most difficult one, but I'm working really hard to improve myself.
Las rodillas, dale tiempo.
I want to prove that it was just my very beginning in this beautiful sport.
Respira cuando tienes que respirar y lucha por todo. Por enfrente. Y tiempos en las rodillas.
I have to push myself if I want to be really competitive at international and world level.
Todavía lo piensas demasiado, tienes que dejar fluir. Se vio todo el tiempo que ibas pensando.
I'm thinking I was not prepared. I was not at my best point. Maybe I didn't train enough. But it's not the way that we have to deal with frustration. We always can learn something new. Even if it's small, it doesn't matter. If you learn something new, you're growing. It builds me as the man I am now. Seeing myself as a Mexican Olympian means a lot because I think it's something really hard, not even for Mexicans, from all athletes all over the world. I think I will have to be my best to accomplish this.
Nee, tuurlijk. Ik ben zeker nog niet gekwalificeerd. Kijk, in Nederland is gewoon het beste schaatsland ter wereld. Laat het gewoon heel duidelijk over zijn. Al helemaal op de 1000 en 1500. Het is echt geen makkelijke ruimte te plaatsen voor de Spelen. Tuurlijk, als je het niveau van vorig jaar meeneemt, dan denk je van, nou ja, dat moet wel realistisch zijn. Het is ook heel realistisch om te plaatsen te spelen. Maar onderin komen de jonge gasten die beter worden. Bovenin zijn er gasten die het niveau vasthouden. Dus de breedte van het niveau wordt wel echt steeds breder. En het kan zomaar een foutje maken. En dan lig je er gewoon uit. Dus. During the Olympic qualification of 2017, so it was like right before Pyeongchang, I got injured on the 500 meter. During the start, I tore a muscle from my abductor. So that was like 9 weeks before the Olympic race. And yeah, usually when you got that kind of injury, yeah, it's game over Olympics. I lost so much weight of the stress and stuff. And I cried for so long. I think I cried for 2 hours, like straight on, because I was like so disappointed. Because of that, I was like 9th on the 500, I think, from what I remember.
and 6th on the 1,000 meter. Yeah, it was a disappointing experience, but at the same time, I learned a lot from it. Yeah.
De 500 meter, ik durfde niet te kijken, dus die wedstrijd heb ik ook niet gezien. Is te veel spanning. En natuurlijk heb ik later wel teruggekeken en die start gezien. Ja, Kai die startte en zijn collega's die maakte een valse start en nog een keer een valse start. En toen moest Kai alleen starten. En toen bij die start, die derde start die hij deed, ja, toen is er wat gescheurd in zijn lies. En Kai dacht op dat moment van, oh, ik heb een gescheurde lies, ik moet stoppen. Oh nee, dus OKT, ik moet door. En dus Kai is toen doorgeschaat en toen was hij toch nog tweede geworden op de 500 meter. En ja, hoe knap is dat? Dat vind ik ook wel een hele knappe prestatie ook, hoor, dat je toen tweede bent geworden. Echt bijzonder. Nou, heel voorzichtig getraind en kon toen net al naar de Olympische Spelen. En eigenlijk op de Olympische Spelen, en de 1000 meter, daar was hij eigenlijk nog goed. Je bent 60 geworden toch, 1000 meter?
Ja, maar ja.
Ik vind dat nog knap.
Je had er wel ingezegd, niet gelanceerd was natuurlijk. Dat was wel een beetje zonde. Ja, zeg maar wat als.
Hoger geëindigd, dat snap ik ook. Maar het is eigenlijk nog super knap dat je 60 geworden bent. Met eigenlijk geen ene...
moment denk je dat niet.
Nee, op zo'n moment denk je dat niet. Nee, zeker niet. Hij was ontzettend verdrietig. Nu hebben we gewoon weer de spanning opnieuw. Hè. Ga je weer plaatsen.
Have to see it every single day how you feel and how it goes. Just focus on your task, like what you want to get better and stuff. And eventually you will get better, you will get faster, and you'll see what kind of results it will bring to you. So the tasks are way, way, way more important, yeah.
Het is nou eens een bam. En dat komt dat we geen startschot hebben. We moeten even iets meer met startschot gaan doen. Snap je?
I'm just doing, every day my job, and that's it. It's not like I'm getting more focus or whatever. I've been focused from the beginning of the season already.
Do you feel physically now?
Physically, I feel pretty good. It's not bad, but that doesn't mean that I will skate really fast this season. I know there's always this insecurity. I think every athlete has, but that insecurity keeps you focused. So I kind of embrace it.
The most pressure I've ever experienced comes from myself. I've been really lucky. I've been surrounded by amazing parents, an amazing family, and a lot of really wonderful coaches that have never applied so much pressure that I hated the sport. I mean, my parents gave me so much free rein to just go out and do the sport because I loved it. They've kept that pressure off of me, I think.
As she said herself, she's always expected the best out of herself. So, I think she's competitive with herself, maybe even more than she is with other people, other than her brother. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Competitive with her brother.
She's always competed with her brother.
Alice's uncle loves to tell the story about when we were all skiing up in New Hampshire together, and Alice was 5 or 6 or something, and my brother thinks he's a pretty good skier, and he's skiing down the mountain. Right after Alice goes flying past him, my brother, and he said he knew then that she was destined for great things in skiing, but there was no way in the world she was going to let those boys ski faster than she did. And yeah, that's just kind of sums it all up.
I think my biggest enemy is definitely myself. I'm always afraid of letting my coaches down and of letting my teammates down if I don't ski fast, and ultimately that pressure is all coming from myself because I want to go out and perform my best. I want to show the world what I'm capable of, and it's a pressure that I know I can control, but I'm never going to be able to just turn off. I think the line between success and failure, it all depends how you define failure. I fail at things every single day, and it's those small failures that allow me to learn and allow me to ultimately succeed. And so I think that failure is really just a part of finding success. It's not one or the other.
Most of the dreams are really bad dreams. I never dream like that I'm skating and winning gold or something. It's usually, all my dreams are like, I come too late at the competition, or I forgot my skates. These things only happen in my dreams.
When I was younger, if people asked me what I wanted to do, I always said I want to win Olympic gold. Olympics is like once in 4 years, and it's very hard to actually compete at Olympics. You don't get that many chances as other competitions, so I think that makes the pressure way, way bigger. The thing I'm the most nervous about is me not doing what I want to do. Your body reacts different on nerves, you know, like it's with trainings you do everything without nerves and stuff, but in a competition you're always nervous. So it's like a way different kind of mental feeling, so you don't know how your body reacts on it. So usually that's what I'm most afraid of.
During the race, I'm never happy. I'm like so focused on the race. There's not a single moment of happiness. But of course, during the race, you actually know that you're skating pretty good. The corners went like super smoothly, the straight went smoothly, my legs were fresh. And of course, like when you finish and see the time, that's the moment when like the happiness hits you.
I just want to get better, and if I'm like able to do that kind of stuff. So like technical stuff I got in my head already. So it was a pressure I created for myself.
Sometimes something unfortunate might happen, but it shouldn't get under your skin. You have to keep going. You got to work hard in the game, but at the same time perform to be the best you can be.
I'm mad with myself, not doing a great performance in a competition. Just going back home and start the training from zero and rediscover myself.
Yeah, I've been through a lot, and that's fortified all of my defenses. I have a really good mental toolkit now of how to overcome adversity.
反正比以前好一些了吧，所以我觉得没有让这个压力让我造成失败是非常重要的。
Leading up to the Olympics, I have had a successful season, so I'm just hoping to, go there and try and not think about the pressure or even external pressure, because all I can do is my best.
算中等吧，其实也挺弱的，在我看来，因为没有达到我预期的那个高度，但是我在一点点努力。
If the Olympics were now, I would not win golds. So I'm pretty sure about that, but I didn't expect any better or any less. Yeah, this is kind of what I expected. Of course, that's not the best mentality to have, but at the same time, I felt in the training there is something not going well, and now I know it's true. So it's kind of a relief, okay, you're right the whole time, so now I can work on it, yeah. The quote I created myself was little work, big achievements. I think that describes me the best, yeah.
God, you're the sinner. I'm coming up like a winner.